everyone, it's Nova. I want to show you guys pairs for WYRD Sisters. This is a magic deck that I featured in my previous video. Although it is meant for creating your own rituals and sigils and spells, but also, in my opinion, it is great for using within a tarot reading or oracle reading as a clarifier, because it has keywords like here you have welcome mystery. So you could use the whole sentence welcome mystery as a jumping off point or as a clarifier for your reading, or using only one word like here you have spell for healing. The title of this card is spell for healing, so you could use healing as a clarifier. I think this is a very versatile deck in that way. It's also great for altar cards because the images are extremely intuitive and the cards are very roomy. There's a lot of space, empty space. The background is cream or off-white. It's really easy to pair. The art style is the type that is really easy to pair with many other tarot and oracle decks. I think this deck is extremely versatile. I was talking in the other video, in my previous video, about using it in conjunction with other oracle and tarot decks. A few of you guys have commented under that video that you are going to order it. So I thought it's good to make a pair this deck video. Pair this deck is a tag that I created when I just started this channel. And a lot of tarot tubers have participated in that tag. It's basically finding pairings for one specific deck. So I'm doing this especially for Mariange, one of my loyal viewers who has become my friend. She requested it and I'm making this video as an appreciation gift to her and all of you guys and whoever is interested to see pairings for this deck. So first of all, I have a lot of tarot decks here to pair with it because I believe when you have an oracle deck with one keyword, you should always pair it either with tarot decks, or if you want to pair it with oracle decks, the other oracle deck has to have a sophisticated built-in system. I mean with a proper system, like an astrology deck. I'm showing now today this one, Oracle of the Radiant Sun by Carolyn Smith and John Astrop. Here you go. Just quickly show you the artwork because for the reading, you know that you have to use the guidebook for the astrology deck. For this one, you do not need to use the guidebook. You can just go with the keyword and with the image. The image helps a lot when you use this deck. And of course the keyword. So here, for example, you have surrender with this image. And then you read the guidebook for the astrology deck. And you look at this image, right? You can get a proper reading out of this. Another deck that I wanted to, another oracle deck with a sophisticated built-in system is Galactic Heritage cards. So this one, I think this is out of print. This is a great deck with more than 100 cards. Again, this one is quite complicated. You need to read the guidebook for it. But what I want to show you guys today is to see how energetically they go together and how the artwork matches. And the third oracle deck that I want to show you that has a sophisticated and complicated built-in system is the I Ching of the Goddess by Barbara Walker. Oh, I love this pair. And I have done this. I've tried this pair before, a few weeks ago. It was so good. So here you have direct power, and then here mountain over water, immaturity, ignorance, inexperience. And you read the guidebook for the I Ching card, and you look at the image here and focus on the keyword. It's brilliant. So this one, the WYRD Sister, is created by Casey Zabala, published by Wiser Books. And this Teaching of the Goddess is unfortunately out of print. A very sought after deck. And it's brilliant. The guidebook is brilliant. Okay, so these are the oracle decks that I wanted to show you guys. I definitely suggest this type of oracle deck if you want to pair this type of deck with oracle decks. I strongly suggest, as I said, using an astrology deck or an I Ching deck, a deck with a complicated, proper built-in system. Alright, so now we move to the tarot decks. And for tarot decks, I have, first of all, Marseille decks. I want to show you guys how this pairs so beautifully and perfectly with your Marseille tarots. So this one is a mass market one, widely available, Tarot de Marseille by Alexander Odorovsky and Philippe Camion. As you guys know, it is not easy to find good pairs for Marseille tarots usually. But this one is just perfect for that. Right? Another Marseille that I want to try here is Jean Dodot by Jean-Claude Flournoy. I think a lot of people have these two Marseille decks. So I'm trying to show you guys the pairs that you most probably have. Let's take a look at this one. By the way, I have added some plum color myself to this one. I love this Dodon deck with the plums. It's so cool, right? I think this is perfect. Look at this. Right? Let me know which pairing was your favorite and which one surprised you. Because I think there are going to be some really surprising pairings in this video. And if you have a YouTube channel or Instagram page, make a VR. Pick a deck that you think is difficult to pair, or a deck that you think a lot of people have and are interested to see your pairs for them, or for whatever reason, pick a deck and make a VR. Let us see your suggestions. So these were two Marseille decks that I wanted to show you guys, but this pairs with most Marseille decks. Let me also show you guys a facsimile, by the way. This one is my own restoration facsimile of Tarot de Epinal. It's called Juno and Jupiter Tarot, and I'm showing you the Juno side. The back of it, the Jupiter side, is in negatives, as you see. And the front is the proper facsimile. And I have recently created 2 more decks out of this with only one side. So there is a deck with only the light side and another deck with only the dark side. They're all on my MPC shop. The link is in the description. So anyways, here you have a proper facsimile. And look how good they look together. Right? I'm so glad that this one works so well with Marseille decks, because I read a lot with Marseille and there are not so many oracle decks that are really suitable for combining with Marseille decks. Alright, so now let's move to another system of tarot. Truth. Let me show you guys how well this WYRD Sisters marries Truth. Look at this. Energy wise as well. Right? Incredible. Okay guys, I have a lot to show you, so I'm just going to show you guys a few cards per deck. Hexen 2.0 Tarot. I am trying to also show you guys the decks that are difficult to pair, to see how easily they marry the WYRD Sisters. Right? WYRD Sisters makes it a lot easier to read this one, because Hexen 2.0 is quite complicated, but when it gives you a concept to focus on, like offering, for example, here, or reflect, or vitality, it helps you focus on some parts of the card and not all of it, or to easier come to a conclusion. I even think I can consider WYRD Sisters a perfect companion for Hexen 2.0. Another interesting one is the Gill Tarot by Elizabeth Josephine Gill. You guys probably know this tarot. It has been out and popular for many years now. I love this devil card. Look at this. Look at this. They're perfect together. Amazing. I have a lot more to show you guys, and this is really nothing. Like, I could show you 100 decks easily. So the Pulp Tarot is another one that is quite difficult to find pairs for. I love it. What do you think? I think this is brilliant. Look at these hands. Very interesting pair. I have only very few indie decks. One of them is She-Wolf Tarot. This one is also difficult to find good pairs for. But let's see. Fabulous. Wow, look at this. Right? It's like this one is a window to a more raw energy than this one. Like this one is a lot more sophisticated and this one is more raw. But they marry so well. Wow, look at this. I really like this. Thought-provoking. I also really wanted to try it with the Gentle Tarot. I have a feeling that it will work. I'm not sure. Let's try together. Yep. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Again, thought-provoking. I love this actually. Wow. Really cool. All of them till now have been a great success, in my eyes at least. I have 2 more indie decks and then we move to all mass market again. Lilifer Tarot. And I have the first edition. I wanted to get the second edition as well, but I didn't. I love this cardstock, by the way. And I love the bags. Let's see. I mean, this was a no-brainer, right? It's like they were made for each other. I'm going to post some pairings on my Instagram as well. I have a lot of pairings on my Instagram. Okay, the last indie deck. The Luminous Void Tarot by Laura Zospen. I have the larger edition. I love this deck so much. It is very intuitive. This is such a dreamy pair. Wow. Again, a match made in heaven. And I love it when the shapes, the card shapes are different. It's more pleasing to the eye. Look at this. Wow. Now it's becoming really hard to choose a favorite. Look at this one. Wow. 10 of Swords and Candle for Rewards. How interesting. Oh my God, look at this one. Okay, now we move to the mass markets again. Here we have the White Newman Tarot. I have a French edition of it. Let's see. I haven't used this deck for a while. But this is again a very intuitive and dreamy reader. Very open for interpretation. right? It's great. Intriguing. I really like this. Okay, next. Modern Witch Tarot. A lot of people have this deck. It's just a modern RWS clone. Oh, beautiful. Right, look at this. This is really cool. Wow, I really like. I'm actually very surprised. I was not expecting this level of matching energies. Oof, I really like this. You know, sometimes when I'm showing you hairs for the first time, I get downloads of information. Like I'm reading it at the same time in my own head. Wow, this is one of those. This is really perfect. Look at this. Wow. Amazing. I can't stop. The Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. I have not used you for a while. And this is a brilliant deck. Look at this. Perfect. I love it. Again, with this one, I'm reading simultaneously as I'm showing you guys the cards. Wow, look at this. Very interesting. As I said, it's becoming really hard to choose a favorite pair now. And I wanted to pair it with two very busy decks, which are both published by Fournier many years ago, but I know that a lot of you guys have them. And I have modified mine, both. This one is Tarot del Fuego. I have painted the borders of the majors in black, and I have kept the white borders for the minors. It reads better for me this way. So let's see. 100%. These busy decks need a oracle deck like this. Especially if you want to do a relatively quicker, faster reading. If you don't want to spend too much time. See? This is perfect. Really cool. Love it. And the other one, Tarot de El Dios de los Tres, I have completely trimmed the borders on this one and kept the sharp corners. And I've edged it in orange. A fiery tarot, which reads so well with my Kali Oracle. I have actually trimmed it to match perfectly the Kali Oracle. Okay, this is nice. This definitely works. definitely works. It's not the best pairing from the pairs that we have seen today, but it does work. It doesn't clash, right? Just wanted to check. I was not expecting much from this one. Another Fournier deck. This one is again a no-brainer. This one is Tarot des Carlotides. We all love this one, right? Look at the bags. Oh, I like this one so much. How incredible. Not just the looks, but also the way they're going to read. I can tell. I have paired decks for years now. I have paired thousands of decks together. I can tell immediately. So good. We have 3 more to go. I really wanted to pair it with Golden Dawn Magic Tarot. This deck is created for high magic. It's not really for readings. I mean, you can conduct readings with it. I have, and it reads well. And I have trimmed mine. It had white borders that I really didn't like. So I've trimmed the white borders and I have created this black edging for them because it is for high magic. Look at this. I think the shape of the card is very important. This is a Llewellyn deck. Sometimes the publishers should really listen to the creators, because it's not the publisher job to have the knowledge, specific knowledge about each deck and what the deck is supposed to do. Anyways, look at this. This is incredible. For me, this is not per se for reading. I mean, I would pull one card from the Golden Dawn and one card from WYRD Sisters, only one of each, to get a message and then put them on an altar. Burn a candle in front of them, and then you really get some magic going. Read the guidebook definitely for both. I think this is my favorite pair because these two can do so much. I mean, you can create your own spell very easily by pulling one card from each deck. You can shuffle them or you can choose. If you want to create a specific spell, you should choose a card from each deck. Then put them on your altar, meditate in front of them, set intention, burn a candle, and that's it. Every day you start a new little ritual. You can burn some incense, burn a candle, but this is perfect. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite. And I'm going to put these two decks on my altar, one of my altars right now after this video. Another one that is very inspiring is the Elemental Tarot. I have not tried these two together, but I am sure that this is going to be a very inspiring pairing, and you will see why. This tarot deck is very interesting. The guidebook is actually really cool. Look at this. Again, this is good for magic, for spell work, right? Especially if you are familiar with this tarot, if you have read the guidebook, you know what I mean. Elemental magic. Look at this. Really incredible. Look at this. Wow. And the last pair is with Rachel Pollack's The Shining Tribe Tarot, another gorgeous production of Red Wheel Wiser Books, a brilliant tarot. And this is the first time I'm pairing it. I can imagine that this is a very multifunctional pair. Look at this. Not only for readings, but also for altar work, for spell work, for meditation, for path working. For creative inspiration, right? Wow, I also really like this one. Like they were created for each other. So guys, let me know which one was your favorite. And please participate in this tag. If you have an Instagram account, if you have a YouTube channel, pick a deck for a pair this deck video. I have a feeling that I want to end on this energy. Sun, trust, with 4 of stones. Alright guys, thanks a lot for staying with me to the end. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share, all the good stuff. And I hope you liked it, Mariange. Hope to see you guys in the next one.